Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from NMWatch and we are back with another watch review or a full review of a watch. Right, so if a few years back, so if you maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years back, if someone is to ask me the question of what is the best mechanical or automatic watch to start my collection with, I'm gonna be pointing to him this exact watch. So this is the Seiko 5 SNK381, right? Because of course the ever reliable movement from Seiko, the history of the Seiko, blah blah blah. But now fast forward to 2023, you know what, I'm gonna be telling him get one of these instead, right? So because you know, why not? For 59 bucks you're gonna get a whole lot more than this. Do you know why? Do you really want to why? Let's cue the intro. Alright guys, so welcome back to my full review of this particular watch. This is the SteelDive. You know, let's just adjust the bezel here, yeah, shall we? SteelDive SD1970, or the mostly known for the nickname Captain Village, an homage of a certain Seiko 6105-8110, a watch that is being used by Charlie Sheen, or is it Martin Sheen? Martin or Charlie? Dude, I can't remember. I just can't remember. Charlie Sheen. I think it's Charlie Sheen. Anyway, so that in that movie, the Apocalypse movie, he wore this not this watch, this Seiko, and it's Seiko 6105-8110, and it has been a fan favorite ever since. But if you are to get the exact watch that is being used, not by, of course, by Charlie Sheen, but by something similar, or the vintage version of that particular watch, it's gonna cost you quite a lot of money. And that is why homages of that certain Seiko design has been very, very popular. And one of the most popular watch on AliExpress that is available to you right now is this SteelDive SD1970, right? So of course there are a few other versions from SteelDive, or a few other colorways as well, but for me the best colorway is still the black, because it just looks cool and so much more versatile. Of course you can't call a 45mm watch a versatile watch, but you know, you get the gist, right? So let's just quickly give you the dimension of this particular piece. 44mm in diameter from here to here, and a thickness of 13.5mm, and a lug to lug of 48.3, and a lug width of 20mm, making it a, you know, an easy watch to check, to swap out straps and go with tons of other strap options. So option if you don't like these bracelets, which is quite good for the money, right? So normally these things will be available on sale for about 70 to 80 bucks, but of course during AliExpress sales you're gonna get it as low as, like I did, 59 bucks, which is totally worth the money. And yeah, you're gonna get this bracelet, which is not that bad, because it has that split pin. It is using a split pin. We have this solid end links and solid links with this upgraded upgraded, hold on, this, I think this one is stamped, but this one is milled, which is very, very cool. I have 6 micro adjusts available now, versus the I know the previous version was like 3 or 4, I can't remember. And we have the SteelDive logo at this fold over, and SteelDive logo again at the top of the clasp, right? So the bracelet is okay, not that good, but still for the money you can't really complain, right? So let's go to the watch head. Brush finishing at the top of the case, and I think you can see quite a lot of, you know, you can see the grain, the brush grain here. It's quite rough, but it doesn't, you know, you can't really you can feel it a bit, but yeah, not really that bad because of the price, I must say. And we have a polish finishing at the side of the case, right? So the bezel is of course a coin edge bezel with a ceramic bezel insert, fully loomed, mind you, in BGW9, and the dial is finished on this this is where I think they have made some changes to the previous version that I've reviewed a few years back. So I think the previous version that I've reviewed, the dial is in matte black, but this one, it's not that glossy, but it is a deep black dial, which is a bit different compared to the version that I've tested before. Right, so apply indices, mimicking the 61058110, and those are filled with C3 Super Luminova, which glows really well, and of course printed white SteelDive logo with a SteelDive brand name, which for me it's a bit too crowded, to be completely honest. And we have this automatic also printed in white, and water 200 meters, the 200 meters writing is printed in red, right? So yeah, you know what, let's just zoom in a bit if I can. Okay, yeah, there we go. And the hands is finished in brush finishing at the top on the hour hands, minute hands, and on the second hands is in polish, I think. So that is cool. And we have that, what do you call this, a traffic light traffic light style head tip of the second hands, which is iconic design in my opinion, right? So yeah, the date wheel is of course in the 3 o'clock position, and it is a white date this with a black printing, which is okay, not that bad, and it kind of matches the aesthetic of this particular watch, right? So the crown is basically, this is one of the key design feature of the Seiko Captain Willard, which is, it sits flush inside this case, right? So I can call it a crown guard, but it somehow is an integrated crown guard, which is integrated into the design of the case, right? So we have this unique what do you call this, pattern here, so for you to grab the crown, which is easy enough. Screw down crown, guaranteeing the supposed to be 200 meters of water resistance. I'm not a diver, so I'm not going to be testing that out, but of course the first position, it is already 10:45 p.m. guys, so I'm not going to be changing the time right now or the dates, but you guys know how an NH35 movement works by now. So I think this is a laser edge crown, which is cool, and because we have that SteelDive logo there, and at the back we have again a stamp. Maybe it's laser edge, I don't know. It's quite deep, if I'm to call it a laser edge, but it's not really as deep as a normal stamp case back. Yeah, what do you guys think of that? So I'm not really sure. Automatic movement, NH35 dive 200 meters by SteelDive, all stainless steel, right? So that is the only printing that is available at the back of the case, right? So let's just quickly charge the loom and see how it looks like, and just for some fun, let's just quickly compare this to a real Seiko. Of course, this is not a dive watch, so it's not gonna be winning the loom competition here, but just, let's just do it for fun, shall we? Right, so the Seiko is of course using the Seiko Lumi Bright Loom, and of course the SteelDive is using the combination of PGL W9 and also C3 Super Luminova. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and boom, you can see that the SteelDive, right, so shines really bright, but the little Seiko and SNK 381 is not gonna staying down. It's gonna be fighting, because I'm as good as you, dude, right? So anyway, let's just very cool. And for 59 bucks, you know what, I just can't ask for more. So sometimes I'm wondering how the heck did they manage to produce something with this high specification at this time of condition, because with inflation going on after the pandemic. So I'm a procurement or purchasing manager, so I know that metal prices have been increased at least 50% all over the world. So how the heck did they able to produce something for such a low price? So that still remains a mystery to me, right? So anyway, let's just quickly put it on the wrist and see how it looks like, right? So of course on my wrist. So yeah, it does look big. I do tend to go for smaller watches these days, but still an awesome looking watch for the money, right? So let's just quickly put the macro lens and see how it looks like under the macro lens. Let's just see if I can do this in one go. Okay, macro shots coming in. Yep, let's go. Okay, yeah, you can see that the finishing on the hands is not really that beautiful, to be completely honest with you, but it's not that bad. Again guys, 59 bucks, what do you expect, right? So brush finishing on the top of the hands and polish finishing at the side of the hand, and the printing on the second hand is not really that good, to be completely honest with you, but yeah, still it is okay, right? So the matte, is it matte? Come on, this black, I'm a bit confused. It looks like it's definitely not glossy, but a very dark matte black dial, which is cool. And the printing, the automatic water resist printing, there is no faults on that. There is no smearing or smudges on the logo, and the printing on the minute track, there's a little bit of smudges here and there, but not that bad, to be completely honest with you. And even on the bezel, which is still okay, and the finishing, polish finishing on the side is nice. Brush finishing is a little bit rough here. You can see the brushing grain here. Of course, the finishing is not going to be the same with the bracelet, which is a common problem issue with this style of watch, right? So let's just take off the macro lens, and before I completely forgot, let's just check the bezel rotation. Right, are you guys ready? Is there any back play? You see that when I turn it, the bezel goes back to a position, so that is nice, right? So can we call that back play? I'm not really sure, guys. What do you guys think? So but the most important thing is that it remains in place and it is not misaligned, right? So take that, Seiko. Yeah, that is another point to note, right? So anyway, let's just quickly put it on another strap and be done with it. First up is this. I think this is the most expensive strap that I have in my collection, but I didn't just buy it, right? So Atom Straps sent me this strap for free for me to test out. And yep, when you spend 59 bucks and you have $100 worth of strap, is kind of crazy, right? So how the heck is a strap cost much more compared to a watch, right? So yeah, that's that. Anyway, so that's how they release their product, so I can't really complain on that. But still, if you guys are looking for a padded sailcloth strap from a reputable brand, anyway, Atom is the way to go, right? So we have this gray stitch in here, and with this Atom buckle here with this polish and brush finishing, and you see that we have a quick release pins here at the bottom side, and yeah, I think it looks cool. What do you guys think, right? So let's just put it on the wrist and see how it looks like. I'm on the third hole, so if you guys want to get yourself one of these, so please do check with Atom if they have something longer, if you guys have bigger wrist than mine, right? So again, 17 centimeters wrist circumference, so I think that looks cool. What do you guys think? But you know what, let's go to strap number 2, which is an elastic strap from Saint Martin, right? So of course, I've got this from Saint Martin watch accessory store, and thank you very much, Saint Martin, for providing me with this strap so that I can show it on a few different watches, and in this case a SteelDive. But still, for 18 bucks, this is, if you want to have an elastic strap that looks expensive, yep, you can't go wrong with Saint Martin, right? So of course, this one is featuring this double pass construction. If you don't like double pass, just cut this layer here and you are good to go. But still, I'm okay with that, and I think this green with this red line in the middle looks really nice. And yeah, it just looks something that a real military would use in the actual combat situation, because this is an elastic strap. It is very comfortable, especially if you guys are living in a hot and humid country such as my lovely Malaysia, right? So where we have a very hot afternoon, and in the evening we have a we have a quite a lot of rain here, and then that is the time when we get sweaty and sometimes we get wet. So having a an elastic straps really makes it a whole lot comfortable to use all day long, right? So that is strap number 3. Let's just don't waste some time and take it off and go for strap number 3. Alright, so for me the best looking strap on a Captain Willard is a waffle strap. So what do you guys think? So that is my own personal opinion, but I do think that quite a lot of people out there really think so. So yeah, this is a God, I can't remember. I think I've got this from, maybe this one is from Proxima. Yeah, I've got this from Proxima. So cool little strap, so FKM rubber strap, tapering from 20 to 18 millimeters, and yeah, this is an iconic design for this exact style of watch. And yeah, the only downside to this particular style of strap is that the holes, right, the pitch between the holes is a bit too far away, so sometimes you're gonna have that a bit too loose or a bit too tight situation. But let's see if this thing works nicely on my wrist. So if I'm to go to the 1 2 3 4 5th hole, it is a bit tight. If I'm to go to the, oh my god, to the 6th holes, it is going to be a bit too loose. Yep, so that sucks. Anyway, so let's just try it on and see that it's a bit too wobbly. See, you can see there's a big gap here, so I'm just gonna go for the 5th hole because it is night. It is already 11 p.m. right now, so I'm feeling a bit cool, and yeah, I think this looks nice. So see that? It's a bit cool in this room right now, so check that out. I just love this this setup. So what do you guys think? So anyway, let's just quickly recap what are my own personal opinion of this particular watch. So I think it's still for $59 or $60 or $70, this is a great bargain if you want to start, if you are not really that that too fussy about a brand name. So you just want something that is robust, that is I'm gonna stand the test of time, maybe because it is using a Seiko NH35 movement. So for 60 or 70 bucks or 80 bucks that you pay for this, it is totally worth it if you don't really care about the brand name and if you want more specs for the money. But would you still go ahead and get yourself a Seiko 5 for your first watch, right? So for me I'm just gonna be recommending you to get both of these. So this one, the price is going up because they no longer made this, so you're gonna be able to find this for about $100 now. So do grab one of these if you guys like a Seiko 5, but if you don't really mind the brand name, get one of this instead. So yeah, what do you guys say to that? So please do let me know in the comment section below. So if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yes, I still do blame Jody for making me buying this watch. Anyway, so let's just end with that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Stay safe and bye bye.